Hi you guys, it's Chef Pieter Jan here in the Eskort Kitchen, and we are busy with dinners. We are sorting our dinners this week. We are going to, for today, with today's recipe, making a pizza. So this pizza base is very special. We are also making this with our Eskort product. It's our Eskort Frikkadels. Frikkadels. Is it Frikkadels? Do we make Frikkadels? Our mini Frikkadels, and they are pre-cooked and shaped for your convenience. You get them in bags like this. Usually pizza bases have a rising situation, so it needs to proof. You use yeast as the rising agent. For this we are going to use baking powder, but to add the flavor of the yeast and to make it nice and bready, our cider. Okay, so it's a cheat way of getting that beautiful yeast flavor into your bread. The oven is on a 220. It's high, I know, but do it. Okay, so in here I've got 1 cup of bread flour to add to the strongness of the dough, and then 1 cup of cake flour, and that's to shorten it a little bit. It will just make everything quicker as well. To this I'm just adding some coarse salt so we don't have a bland bread. So this is 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon. It's a wooden spoon, but it's a teaspoon as well, of baking powder to your flour. And then you add your cider. You don't want your dough to be too soft, and you also don't want it to be too tough. So just knead it a bit more. No cellulite on our dough, please. It's fine on our neighbor, but it's not fine on our pizza dough. So we need this to be nice and smooth. So while we do the tomato base for the pizza, we will let this little guy rest just a little bit. Okay, dough just in a little bowl. Add some olive oil. It's ready. It's calling us. There you go. Okay. Just cover it, keep it safe. We are quickly mixing our little sauce that goes on top of the pizza. So a lot of people always say, yeah, it's better or this. This is how I make mine. This is some sun-dried tomato paste, and this is some whole peeled tomatoes that are just blitzed. Just a little bit of salt. Tomato always brings out its personality. We let the tomato out. We let the tomatoes out. If you add some salt to it, it just makes it beautiful and lovely. And okay, so this is our base. This is our sauce. There we go. It's looking beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can use any mozzarella. This is just any everyday mozzarella. And I'm not grating this. Firstly, I'm a little bit lazy. If anyone tells me to grate, it's not that great. So I don't like to grate mozzarella or any other cheese. So if I can have it sliced, I'm very happy. So on top of the pizza, we'll just add some slices of mozzarella. It will melt, it will be beautiful. Some nice mozzarella. Our dough, rested enough. Just a little bit of flour, little bit of flour. This is my little bit. So this is nice and soft. It happened quickly. Okay. Just press it out. Cover the other side with some flour as well. So pizza onto a pan. There we go. So just to make sure it crisps up, just press a couple of fingers. Don't press it all the way through. You're not fighting with it, we're cooking. Okay, so just make a couple of holes. So one thing that I also do is I bake the base with the sauce first before I add any toppings. If you've got a pizza oven at your house, I'm glad. Well done. The budget only allowed for the shelf. If I could, I would have added the pizza oven first and then the table second. Okay, but if you have a pizza oven, put everything on it, bake it and go big. Otherwise, if you are like normal people, you bake the base first in your home oven Then you add your toppings, bake it again just to let the cheese melt, and then we are done. Okay, so this is going into the oven first. 5 minutes just to allow this to crisp up. The oven is on 220 degrees. 220 degrees. Degrees. Okay. So we have our pizza. There we go. So the pizza is half the man he used to be. Okay, so we are busy with our pizza. Got some of our mini frikkadels. So again, you don't need to pre-cook this. And then we've got some caper berries here, which is going to add to the nice flavor and the taste to the pizza. You can add whatever you prefer and whatever you like. This is going back into the oven until the cheese has melted and the frikkadels are cooked. There you go. So to this, I'm just adding a little bit of seasoning, little bit, and then we do some basil in our little garden, our fresh little garden. This way we're not supposed to say it's so fresh that you can see there's still bugs on it. I'm not allowed to say it. It's very fresh. Listen, this is so fresh that there's no bugs on it. Okay, so this is just some of our basil. And just to make this nice for myself, I have a piece of avo left here. There we go. Just add some avo to the pizza. Some black pepper. The butter of the vegetables. Just to help the avo, we just add a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon juice on a pizza. Is it allowed? Yes. Okay. So as you can see, the chef's pizza got caught in the oven, which is beautiful because I'm not perfect. Food isn't perfect. So let's quickly just appreciate the crispiness. Okay. This is my kind of slice. Are we going to attempt this even though it's very hot? Will you put a bleep if I burn? Okay. Do you start from the bottom? Do you start, yeah. Interesting. It happened. It's beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to lock the door now and have my pizza. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have you ever had a caperberry? It's a suspicious thing. It looks fun. The gluten is going into my knees. I'm just telling you. Well, I'll take it. You will have phone calls about this guy talking with food in his mouth. I'm just saying. It's going to be a problem for a lot of people. It's not etiquette. That accent is also not etiquette, but it's okay. It's all I have. It's all I have to give you. So, thank you, that was lovely. Do you want some pizza? Want a slice? The last one. Okay. Meatballs won't taste like this. It's only Eskort Frikkadels.